Alright guys, my name is LilRazeSV, and what a lot of you probably wonder if you're in the trading community, how do people project items? Now, if you're not in the trading community, I suggest you really don't watch this video unless you are interested in starting trading or something like that, or you just want to know how stuff works in the Roblox economy. Now, let's just define projecting items, just so the people out there don't know what projecting items is. Projecting items is basically giving an item a false wrap in order to trade it off for quick profit and before it goes back down. So as you can see, we currently have a projected item called Light Face Melting Gadar. This got projected somewhere in the somewhere in like the 3rd of June, well, maybe the 7th of June. And you can see it has regular sales right here until it has this huge spike that goes up to 55. Now, what these dots mean, this price right here, it means what this person bought it for, or the sum of how many ever so, like 3 people, and the sum was between 1.4k. And as you can see, there was a sum of 55,000 Robux spent into this item just to project. Now you can see this thing has an average price of 3,000 and it's selling currently under wrap. And another example that we're going to have in this video is Red featuring Foot Soldier, which got projected to 8,000. Now, let me explain to you how people project items. Now, first of all, projecting items, the people obviously want to profit. I mean, they wouldn't be doing it if there wasn't any sort of profit involved. But they do it because there's a way to get profit, and there are stupid people out there. Now, here's really how people do it. Now, if you scroll down the list, you can see that you have a couple of low prices, then immediately you already are in the tens of thousands of Robux and 20,000s, and you already have gone down to the list. So, how exactly do they project items? So, there are a couple of stages between projecting items. The first one is, if you project something, you just don't want to have one of these items. You want to have multiple, so you have enough to trade off and make a huge profit. So usually what the projectors will first begin to do is they'll begin to buy out the cheapest copies. So looking here, they will need a lot of Robux. However, this thing currently is considered unprojectable at the moment. The reason is because it's going to be a lot of Robux to buy all these out, and it's still currently projected. So you really can't project on something if it's already projected. So this the status currently of this is unprojectable since it's still in its stage. However, let's go over to Red featuring Foot Soldier. Currently, this is already this is definitely not projected since it's already gone from that much all the way back to its regular selling price before that. Now, as you can see, you have a lot of 500. You have a lot of cheap copies here. You go to 500s, and then you have 600s. What is this, like 5,000 Robux, 6,000? And then you go here, and then you get to the 1,000s, and then immediately after 1,800, you have 3,500, and they'll still continue to buy these out until they buy out the 5,000. The copy that's being sold for 5,000, then you are already having copies selling for 10,000 Robux, and then immediately 15, 100, 100, 999, 10 million, 9 gazillion freaking million. So, as you can see, this is kind of not of a good item to keep this low, considering, however, there are a lot of resellers, and this thing could definitely get projected again. So the projectors will begin by buying out the cheapest copies until they reach a very expensive copy. Now they have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you know, let's just say this is like almost like 28 of these. Let's just say they have 28, because the point of projecting something is you have a horde of them, so you can trade off to make a lot more profit. So these guys are holding on to them, and they have all these copies. And now they decide, alright, since we have these, we barely rose the wrap. So, you know, once you purchase something, you do raise the wrap. However, since these are small purchases, they're not really raising the wrap. I'd say the wrap would probably go up to like 1,700 wrap. I'd say that's, maybe. Yeah, maybe 2,000. Very, very close to 3,000. However, the wrap is not sufficient enough to be projectable. The wrap is not good, and there's got to be a better way to do it. Well, they do, because when you're projecting an item, the projectors have to have a lot of Robux on them, preferably around 40,000, 30,000, 20,000, in order to buy out all the copies. So, they need an alt with premium. They have their main with premium and their alt with premium. So, they're going to trade one of their copies off to their alt, and they're going to make their alt, sell the price, sell the hat, for a ton of Robux. Now, I know a lot of you people complain that once you purchase an item, the other person does not get all of the Robux. Now, the reason for that is so people just don't go back and forth making that wrap rise instantly, and that would just crash the entire economy. So there is a reason for them to have that. However, they only take away 30%, so it still gives them a lot, but either way, it's still a good monitoring. Either way, they're going to sell it for, depending on how much Robux they have. If they have 40,000, they'll sell for 40,000. Their main buys it, and now the main has it. Now their alt instantly has the Robux. It's not going to go through a waiting program or anything like that. It's not going to sit and wait. If Roblox was to make it where you purchase an item and that Roblox would wait, projecting would halt. There would be absolutely no projecting. It would just have to be a one-time purchase just to try to raise the wrap as much as they can. However, it's not that way. So now their main puts it on sale for how much Robux that their alt has, which, let's say if they went from 40,000 and 30% of that, I forgot. You know what, screw math. I'm just assume it's maybe 32,000, maybe 33,000. Then they'll put on sale for that. Their alt will buy it, and they'll keep doing that until they maybe have like 10,000 Robux left, maybe a bit more, just to save some of that Robux. And now all of a sudden the wrap has skyrocketed. As you can see, they projected this to 8,000, so they kind of just bought this out for 8,000, 8,000, 8,000. Now this item's projected, and they trade it off to make a profit. Now, usually they'll just trade it off to people with like 3 items. Since this wrap is maybe already like 8,000, 19,000, they'll try to trade it off like, alright, give me your Bombastic Hoodie, Sinister Branches, Camo Commando, and your, what is that, Omega Helmet for my maybe 13,000 Robux Red Futurian Foot Soldier. And they'll just send them out until all these Red Futurian Foot Soldiers are. Then they'll sell these items off so they can have more Robux to project a new item, such as Light Face Melting Guitar. Now, as you can see, they did this item only to 8,000 Robux. However, they went overboard and made this item 55,000 Robux. Now, if you ever heard of General Protection Fault, this is a very insane item. Let me just search this up right. General Protection Fault. My spelling is horrible. I hope I spelled that right. General Protection Fault is like one of the most insane projectiles you have ever seen in your entire life. Now, if I search this up correctly, I will find this. And it has no resellers after getting projected. Hold up. And I can't click on it. Alright, well, what I'm talking about, General Protection Fault, is someone purchased this item for 500,000 Robux. I'm not even joking, but the thing is, this bullshit computer is not loading this up. Alright, as you can see, it's barely had, what, 1,000 sales? It has no resellers. It's kind of a rare item, to be honest. Now, apparently this has only had around 300 owners. I'm not sure if this is limited you. Is this limited you? If this crappy-ass computer can actually load. Alright, there we go. No, it's just limited. Alright. No one is reselling this. So you can see it sold for 80k, 40k, 95k. Then it sold for 500,000 Robux. So, honestly, this is a stupid item to project because you can't hoard this item if it's selling for 80,000, 95,000. So, but it did sell for 500,000 Robux. So whoever got this probably got a fortune unless this was an alt in main. But as you can see, items like this, like Projected Rogue, are really, 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 really stupid. And it's only sold 3 times after that. It kind of just starts selling normally, but this thing can't seem to sell under wrap since it used to sell for 40k. So it's still going to be considered projected. Well, either way, that's how you project items, and I will see you guys later. Peace.